guards his soul will keep far from them.
See? That's what I just said.
Okay. Train up a child in the way he should go. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is the slave of the lender. I don't think any comment is needed there because it's true.
It's true. Don't borrow from somebody.
Whoever sows injustice will reap calamity, and the rod of his fury will fail. Interesting, and I agree. I agree. And this is what when I quoted Machiavelli, is yes, it's good to be feared, authority, but it's not good to be hated. And the wisdom is knowing the difference between that. Machiavelli gave the example of the ruler who would abuse the women of his subjects. And he says, no, that's, that's not lawful. There's no positive production in that. Forget the moral, and people forget that, because they get addicted to, well, I can do anything.
Yeah.
And anyone, frankly, I would extend it a little farther. Every relationship, I think, always has to keep what Proverbs and Machiavelli said, because you get accustomed to a way, and you just assume that, if things build upon themselves, So if your child or your husband or your wife or whoever it is, friend, says, I think maybe you're going a little too far, well, they may be right, They may be right or they may be wrong. I'm just saying, though, it's a good time to evaluate objectively.
Yeah.
All right, where are we now?
Well, that was number 8, so we're on number 9.
Number 9, whoever has a bountiful eye will be blessed. Okay? For he snares his beard with the poor. Well,
he shares his beard.
He shares his beard with the poor. His bread, I'm sorry. His bread with the poor. Okay, very good. Drive out a scoffer, and strife will go out, and quarreling and abuse will cease. He who loves purity of heart, and whose speech is gracious, will have the king as his friend. It's probably true. The eyes of the Lord keep watch over knowledge, but he overthrows the words of a traitor. Interesting. Okay. The sluggard says, there is a lion outside. I shall be killed in the streets. There's a famous movie made in the 30s called A Lion in the Streets, which is a great movie, and maybe they used that for the title, I don't know. The mouth of a forbidden woman is a deep pit. He with whom the Lord is angry will fall into it. Okay. Any comment on that? Have you been the means of being the pit for the Lord?
Really?
So that's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting. Folly is bound up in the heart of a child, but the rod of a disciplined driver is far from him. Whoever oppresses the poor to increase his own wealth or gives to the rich will only come to poverty. True enough. Now here's a famous one. Incline your ear and hear the words of the wise, and apply your heart to my knowledge. That's a famous one I've heard many times. For it will be pleasant if you keep them within you. If all of them are ready on your lips, that you trust may be in the Lord, I have made them known to you today, even to you. Have I not written for you 30 sayings of counsel and knowledge, to make you know what is right and true? Did you ever write anything for your kids?
I wrote them little notes.
Okay, that's good. That's very, very good that you did that.
Put them in their lunchbox.
Yeah, I think more people should do that. It's like I always say, and it's didn't start with me. It's like what you write with your own hand always has more impact. As I've said, like a greeting card. Yeah, the Hallmark card is pretty, but the little note is what you remember.
Yeah.
And so for mom or dad or whoever to write a little something, it has a lot more impact in a very comprehensive way, because you're not yelling, you're not doing anything, you're just saying please, And I just think, I always liked it when my mom or dad did that. I really did. And I think most people do.
I know, I never got one.
Well, see, you missed. Yeah.
I missed. How can I miss? I didn't have parents.
No, you had parents.
No, I didn't.
Well,
I have people who donated sperm, donated egg. That's what I had.
We'll discuss that later when we discuss the book, okay? All right.
My parents.
All right. Have I not written for you 30 sayings of counsel and knowledge? All right. To make you know what is right and true, that you may give a true answer to those who sent you. Do not rob the poor because he is poor, or crush the afflicted at the gate. For the Lord will plead their case and rob of life those who rob him. Make no friendship with a man given to anger, nor go with a wrathful man, lest you learn his ways and entangle yourself in a snare. Yes, picking up bad habits, I believe that's...
Exactly. But it could also be a good thing to pick up somebody else's snare and be entangled with them if that person is good.
Yeah.
Because you can see that it's going down the bad path and getting caught up with drugs, alcohol, sex, and all that. But to be ensnared in someone who's kind, who's good, who's giving, who's respectful, that's getting ensnared too.
Right.
And then you'd want to be kinder.
Right.
So it depends on what path you take.
Right. And I think, especially parents, make a big mistake, and it's done over and over again because it's shorthand. When you say to your child, basically to be moral, don't, as we would say in the 50s, don't slip around, But the point is...
Chastity belt?
Right. The point is, that has a lot more impact if you put it in context of the dimension. My parents always did that. They said, because it's beautiful, you know what I mean? It's too valuable just to,
Well, yeah, if you remind your child, you need to value you.
Right.
You need to value your body.
And the person you will love
will cherish you.
Right.
So if you're throwing it away, if you're just giving it away, it means you don't value you.
Exactly. And we have no problem if it's an allowance or money to help them. But when it comes to certain things, just don't do it. And that's not the right way.
And that's why you explain to your child why not to do it.
Keyword.
Because, I mean, they're going to find out on their own. They're going to go behind your back and
Right.
they're going to do it. But if you just explain to them why you don't want them to do
Right.
it, it's because I think you're looking too mature. Well, that's what they want to look. They want to look mature when it comes to the makeup. They want to look mature when they're smoking that cigarette. They want to look mature when they drink that alcohol.
Right.
Because now they're feeling like they're an adult, and that's what they want. And to understand, I know what you're going through. I get it. You want to be an adult. You want to act like adult. You want to do the adult things. I've never done it myself because, it's not something I want to do. But you explain to them. You give them what could happen and look and see. These are your examples. And fortunately, it will be in the family. You point out, this is what happened to this person. This is what happened to this person because of the situation.
Right.
And you educate them. Now, if they still choose to do it, then at least they're educated.
Right.
And you're like, fine, at least I educated you. I did my part. But don't get angry. Don't get mad. Don't beat them to death. It's their choice.
Right.
And all you can do is support that choice.
Right. And the key word you used,
Educate them.
more important than that, is when the child says, when you pick up on it, why? Why? The people say, parents always do this. Never mind, just do what I say. That's not